Hello, you guys. Welcome and welcome back. Basically, I want you all to know that you are receiving a crown or a title of some kind. There's actually two channel messages that I have for the collective, and I got the second one first, and now I see why I got the first message. And basically, one message came in, the second one came in, but the outcome preceded the beginning. So maybe you could be finding out the end before the beginning. And when the beginning starts, when everything kind of like starts rolling and the ball starts rolling, you guys are going to see why you possibly foresaw the ending of a situation happening a certain way. Okay, so just take that how it resonates, you guys. Saturn is definitely involved in this. So it could be about your Saturn placement. Or about the astrology of where Saturn is at this time, how it affects your chart. But it's very interesting. I'm going to give you the first message and then we'll do a separate reading on the second message. So be sure to like and subscribe so you can catch the vibe, you guys. I am so happy to see you all here. If you want to participate in our raffle, we are going to be giving away 8 free readings. So in order to qualify and participate, click the link below for the GoFundMe. That is definitely a great way to help out the channel, but it's also going to help you win the reading. We're going to do it on Lionsgate, so be prepared. I will let you guys know, and that's why you have to turn your notifications on, because I'm going to post on the community tab the live basically taking place. All right, if you want to book a reading, that's also linked below as well. But let's get into the message, you guys. It's the crown. And you know, there was a show about the, English royal family, the crown, Queen Elizabeth, all that type of stuff. But it's not just about the show. It's just about like being crowned, receiving a title, okay, in general. Now, the crown does not and will not seek those who seek it. Ego, okay? If someone is seeking a title or a position or a position of authority, a crown from a place of ego, then that title will not seek out that person. However, ergo, the crown will only fall on the heads of those who are truly worthy, usually someone who's not seeking it out. Okay? You didn't want something or even ask for it, but you're getting it anyway. Be mindful that this will make others who sought out this title jealous and envious, but the pure fact that you were chosen means it was never meant for them in the first place. Pay it dust. That's what Spirit is saying right now. So you guys could be receiving a title, a position, or some type of crown in a situation where you weren't even seeking it out. But that's why it was seeking you, because you weren't seeking it out. And if you have watched the show The Crown, I'm filming this on Sunday at 6:11 p.m. And this is the finale episode tonight of House of the Dragon. And it's definitely a sequence that, flows through media and different movies and TV shows. But if you watch The Crown, literally this happened in real life. Queen Elizabeth was not seeking out the crown, nor was her father. But her father was given the crown because it fell on the head of someone who had too much ego, too much pride, and didn't take the responsibility seriously. Therefore, her father was able to reach the position of being king. She wasn't the one who really wanted it either, but because she was placed in the position of firstborn, they gave her the crown, right? Even though her sister Margaret really was the one who wanted it, or people may have felt like she was more aesthetically aligned with the crown, she was not necessarily worthy of the crown either. This is also a message that states that if you have a position that's meant for you, or if you have something that's meant for you to do, you're going to do that. Whatever's meant for you is going to be for you. You're going to be in the right place at the right time when you need to be in order to have what it is that you're meant to have. And Spirit is basically saying that no matter who's sitting in the chair, no matter who's sitting on the throne, no matter who's in the position that you're meant to be in or wearing the crown that you're meant to wear at this time, it's ultimately going to end up on top of your head, okay? So shout out to all my House of the Dragon fans, because, baby, I hope you saw the finale. I don't know. I might release this tonight, okay? And we may release the second part of this message tomorrow. So, again, be sure to stay tuned. Turn your post notifications on. But, yeah, it's crazy. In the House of the Dragon, Rhaenyra, which is the rightful heir to the throne, in my opinion, Team Black all day, she definitely was not asking for it. She wasn't looking for it, but it fell on her head. Her uncle husband, Damon, was the one who really wanted it. Now he's kind of feeling like maybe he don't want it. And other people who are sitting in the position right now are basically being destroyed in the process of trying to keep it when it doesn't really belong on their head in the first place. So just take this into consideration. I feel that you are going to be in a position, you're going to be sitting in a seat, you're going to be at a table, no matter what anyone else has to say about it. So definitely pay the BS dust, because that's what your spirit team wants you to do. They want you to focus on the responsibilities that come with this title or this position. And that's the only thing that should be a priority for you at this time. Because if anybody's in your seat, if anybody's taking your title or trying to bogart it to prevent you from being able to have it, it's going to be snatched from them, or they're going to basically be destroyed in the process of trying to prevent you from basically getting it, okay? So guardian angels, archangels, spirit guides, and ancestors of the highest vibration, Father, Mother, God, for the collective, when it comes to these messages, what is it that you want the collective to know at this time? What is it that you want the collective to know at this time? Safe home. Ooh, it's in reverse. And then we have abundance at the bottom and love. Okay, hold on, y'all. All right. Sorry, y'all. I apologize. First day of school is tomorrow. Okay, but we're back at it. Abundance is at the bottom, and then love is here as well. Goddess of abundance divine, let me thrive, let fortune be mine. Yeah. You have the capability to handle any type of responsibilities that you need to handle. No matter what comes your way, no matter what obstacles are placed in your way, whether they're crafted or man-made, or whether they're just divine intervention, you have the capability to handle something no matter what. You're going to have abundance in a situation no matter what. The situation that you're in right now, or whatever this crown or title is referencing, could be very precarious at this time with safe home in reverse. It says, I cast this circle roundabout. Safety now is beyond doubt. So I feel like you're not really sure if your position is secure. You're not really sure if your position is secure. But I feel like it is, and it shall be moving forward. Love says, Aphrodite, I call to thee to bring true love here to me. So yeah, don't let anybody break your focus. Don't let anybody make you feel like something is too much to bear or something is too much to handle. It's just because they are kind of, it feels like jealous that they don't get the opportunity and that you do. So there may be someone trying to convince you that something is too much to bear or something is too much to handle, even though it's not. Okay, you can literally do anything that's placed in front of you. Because I feel like, you know, in tarot, when you look at the traditional tarot deck, right, there's a lot of crowns. There's a crown on the temperance card. There's a crown on the, what are they called? Not the major arcanas, but there's a crown on the court cards. of the kings and queens. There's a crown on the emperor. There's a crown on the empress. There's a crown on the justice card. You know, there's crowns within the deck. And if you go back to like meanings of those cards, a lot of those crowns are placed on those people's head because they've been anointed or they've been like chosen by a higher power for the position that they hold. So I definitely feel like you are chosen in a situation. Okay, you're going to have what you need when it comes to getting something done or taking care of business here. All right. You also may feel like your position isn't secure, meaning that you could feel those evil eye energies trying to come at you and disrupt your focus. But I feel like as long as you come from a place of love, as long as you remember where you started, something is going to be very seamless for you. Even if it looks kind of precarious or unstable, you're going to have what you need. So don't allow the distraction of instability or the distraction of confusion to make you break your focus in a situation. What else for the collective when it comes to these messages? Oh, wow. Okay, angel lines, you are never alone. And heart line, you are entitled to your feelings. Yeah, so if there's a situation where you feel like you're handling something on your own, you're really not. Your spirit team is giving you support. And they're going to give you what you need in the situation to have everything taken care of. I know this might sound very vague, but to those of you who this message is for, it's going to make sense. And it's going to start to align in your life in the coming days, weeks, and months. Okay? If you feel like something is insecure or something is unsafe, don't doubt that. You have number 2, number 1, and 39. That's 12, which is a 3. So 1, 2, 3. Something is going to happen in order. Something is going to be sequential. When the time comes for you to need something, it's going to be given to you. Not before, not after, right on time. So just understand that. Okay? Your angels and your guides are supporting you here. And they want you to get in touch with your feelings so that you can learn how to navigate these feelings and emotions in the future. We have loop of intuition, connect with your intuition. And then we have water element, adapt to the situation. Exactly. But I feel like that's what you're doing. It's like your emotions, your feelings are connected to your intuition, which is connected to the solution. So it's going to your intuition and your feelings are going to tell you how to move forward in a situation, however it needs to play out. So basically, Spirit doesn't want you to discount or deny the feelings that you have. They don't want you to, act like your feelings aren't there, because that disconnects you from your intuition. Whatever water element, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces that you have in your chart could be very significant here. This could be your Saturn placement, or you have it somewhere associated with Saturn somehow or another. Okay. What else for the collective when it comes to these messages? Unfulfilled. So something is going to be, wherever you felt unfulfilled, you're about to feel more fulfilled. Dissatisfied, incomplete, purposeless. Yeah, and it came out like this. So any situation that you guys are not feeling secure in, you're not feeling safe in, you're not feeling like there's a clear outline of how to complete something, you're going to figure out how to do that. That's about to change. A void is being filled. So that definitely goes back to the crown or the seat or the throne or the title or the position. There's a position that's open, and I feel like you're going to take that position that's open or that's opening up. And other people may have felt entitled to that position as if they should have it, but it's really meant for you. Yeah, happy, blissful, joyful, content, and proud, victorious, accomplished, masterful, period. I should have took a screenshot on that. Dang. That's all right. What else for the collective? Disappointed, yeah. Disillusioned, defeated, let down. Yeah, so someone is going to realize that just because of their anticipation, just because they anticipated getting something, just because they thought it was in the bag, just because they felt like you weren't going to rise to a certain position, or just because someone felt entitled to something doesn't mean that they're actually going to get it. Creative, imaginative, inventive, expressive, and overwhelmed, swamped, inundated, burdened. You may have been feeling like what you've been expressing when it comes to your creativity has not matched up with what you've been receiving. You may have just felt like you had a lot on your plate, or there was just too much going on. But I feel like you guys are about to come out of that feeling. I also feel like there's a person here who's not as creative as you. They don't have the same skills or gifts that you have, because gifts are like skills. It's not really skills. It's more so gifts, because gifts are things that you are kind of born with. Skills are things that you more so hone in on and try to basically accomplish. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. One more second. Y'all be sure to like the video. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah. You were born with these gifts. Whoever's trying to recreate your God-given talent, they're disappointed because it's becoming overwhelming. They can't do what it is that you do naturally. You know what I mean? It's just like wearing weave. If you put weave and wigs in your head, it's not going to feel as comfortable as if that was the hair that was naturally growing out your head. Or it's not going to feel as comfortable as you like wearing your natural hair. When you have makeup on, I mean, you could put makeup on a pig, but does that change the fact that it's a pig? Ooh. No, it does not. You're moving in a direction that's going to get you what you want. Yeah, Six of Swords. See what I'm saying? And the Magician. You're manifesting something, basically coming to an end, having forward progress. What is the message? What's the message for the collective, Spirit, when it comes to this channeled message? Yeah, the Nine of Cups. I'm telling y'all are manifesting a wish come true, a dream come true. You're manifesting getting what you want in a situation. Four of Swords. Somebody's no longer going to be able to argue with you. They're being forced to stand down. Somebody is being forced to stand down. You may not be communicating with a person the same way. Somebody wants a ceasefire. They don't want to fight anymore. Yeah. I also feel like someone is forced to tell the truth, or the truth is just going to fall out of their mouth after they've been possibly lying. Someone is disappointed because they lost a battle. Their powers have been binded, or like their ability to continue to try to perpetrate you has been bound. They can't take action anymore because they've become arrogant, or they've become like overinflated when it comes to their ego. You're not telling a lot of people what you want or what you're going to do. You're just choosing to take action on it. Okay, what's the Nine of Cups? Six of Wands. Look, y'all. Here we go. Period. You're getting attention. You're about to be very successful. You could be on a platform like online, but this could just be in your own personal life, in your career, in your community. Okay? Seven of Cups and the Queen of Cups. Possibly Scorpio energy, Pisces, maybe Cancer, Leo, Libra. Maybe Aries or Sag. It's like you know your value, you know your worth. You're not confused about that anymore. You're walking away from a very confusing situation and it's leading you towards what you want and basically leading you towards something that's very successful. You're getting a position. You're being chosen for a position because of the way that you carry yourself and also for your creative abilities as well. Again, someone cannot put makeup on a pig and then act like it's not a fucking pig. It's a pig. Someone's trying to be something that they're not. Someone may be very much so into like falseness. What's the 9 of Cups? Ooh, the 5 of Swords. Now, it was going in reverse and falling on the floor. So I feel like someone is really competitive, or they're just really like vengeful, controlling. The Empress and the Strength card. Yeah. I feel like you beat someone at their own game. Like whatever lies somebody was telling or whatever confusion someone was trying to create in your life, it's like they can no longer do that. They're being prevented from speaking. So I don't know if someone is getting like punished or put in time out, but that's kind of what it feels like. They're being punished or put in time out so that they can't like strike against you or work against you. I feel like you guys are really, with this Empress card, I feel like you guys are a visionary of like strength. Like people look up to you. I feel like there's a lot of courage that people see coming from you. They see you as a good example. They see you as the example of what to be, because you're not doing something for a petty reason. You're not doing something for the wrong reason. You're not someone who's like trying to step on people to get ahead. I feel like you're also going to change the way something is done. So it's like once you get this title, once you're in this seat of power, once you have this crown, you're going to change the way something is done, or you're going to do something completely differently than what other people have done. And it's going to create a lot of abundance and prosperity because you're actually doing it for the right reasons. Your heart is pure. Your intentions are pure. Yeah. What else for the collective when it comes to this message? Lord. Yeah, the Knight of Swords. So something about a situation, something was said in the past. Something was said in the past and it's going away. So if there was any slander or defamatory communication going on, it's a thing of the past. If you were focused on something that was happening and you couldn't really get over it, and it was clouding your judgment, that's a thing of the past. Yeah, the Fool card and the King of Cups. This is a graduation, a maturity. Not so much a graduation, but kind of like an evolution. I feel like you're being very cautious of what you say. What's the Knight of Swords? The Ace of Cups. Yeah, this is a new situation or a new opportunity. This is a blessing being given to you. This is something that may have been predicted for you in the past. Someone said that this was going to happen, or you said it was going to happen. And maybe people didn't believe you, or you didn't believe it yourself. Yeah, Queen of Coins and the Sun card. Is that thunder? Good Lord. I just heard thunder, with the thunder. Yeah, you have the ability to bring light to situations that need to be illuminated. You're going to be feeling free. But you have the ability to bring light to situations that need to be illuminated. I feel like you're going to be very happy. What's the Knight of Swords? Yeah, Two of Swords. Yeah. It's like anything that people are saying about this situation, you're entitled to your feelings, but anyone who's saying anything negative towards you or about you, it's like, don't pay attention to it. If it's not love and support, it's not important. Okay? They only want you to focus on what makes you happy or positivity. Okay, Two of Coins and the Strength card again. Whatever this is, it's going to take a lot of courage and grace, balance. I feel like you have that. In order to keep a situation under control, you have to ignore like hateful things that people say to try to affect your feelings, okay? Yeah, like, I mean, if you're ruling a country or you're a royal person in a position of power, you can't listen to everything that people say. Because I feel like a lot of what people are saying is coming from a place of resentment for the fact that you're receiving something that they aren't receiving, or it's coming from a place of resentment because you're able to do something in a different way and they weren't able to figure it out, or that you're just able to like make a change where they weren't able to in the past. Okay. Any final messages when it comes to this channel message? Oh my God. Yeah. Nine of Coins in the reverse, Page of Wands and the Page of Coins. Yeah. Someone was not meant for this position, and that's being proven. Okay. Any other messages? Someone was not born and raised and bred for this position. They don't have the skill. They don't possess the skills necessary to be in this position or to have whatever this is. Any other messages for the collective? Queen of Swords. Yep. Future focused. Look ahead. Look forward. Don't look back. Yeah, don't look back. That's what this is about. Once you get this position and you take this crown and you sit on your throne, they're telling you not to look back. Don't look back. Because I feel like people are going to try to bring you back to the past by saying things to you that aren't important, that trigger you. Okay, yeah, the Star card and the Seven of Cups. Focus forward. Look forward to the future. Let the hope and faith from your spirit team guide you in the choices that you have to make. Make decisions that are informed and educated when it comes to the future, okay? What's the Queen of Swords? Page of Swords. Ask questions, gain information. Get as much information as you can about what it is that you need to do so that you can have a clear picture of the decisions you need to make. There are going to be people watching you. There's going to be people watching you, keeping tabs on you. And it's because something slipped away from them that they felt like was in the bag. Pay it dust. Eight of Pentacles. Three of Cups. Yeah, there's a lot of people who are going to be watching you work, talking about your work, talking about how you look while you work, what you're doing. People are going to be like really paying attention to you. I also feel like you're going to be celebrated for your work because the way that you, what is the word I'm looking for? Execute. That's what it is. The way that you execute something, people are going to be taking notes. All right. What's the Queen of Swords? A lot of people are going to be paying attention, and you're not going to see everything, but you're going to know it and feel it. So it's like Spirit is basically telling you, don't let it distract you. Okay. Yeah. The Emperor, period. Because you're going to be the one in power. And see, that's what I'm saying. The emperor is the one who holds the seat, who sits on the throne, who has the crown. And he doesn't have a crown in this deck, but y'all get what I'm saying. Somebody's going to ask you, do you want this position? And it's going to be up to you to take it if that's what you feel like you deserve. But it's coming to you because of how hard you work. It's coming to you because it's what you deserve from the energy, time, and effort and resources that you put into something. So you're going to be asked, do you want this? And I feel like you should say yes, because I feel like it's basically your justice for what you've been working on so hard all this time. It's going to provide you the security. Because you've overcome a lot. You've overcome a lot. You've come out on the other side of a lot of things that were basically very difficult. And like I said, in another reading we just had, they could never like walk in your shoes, whoever these people are, who feel entitled to this position that you're being given. Someone is scouting you right now for a position, so you just need to be aware that the more you focus on the future and you look to the future for like the blessings that are coming to you, the better your chances of getting this position. Yeah, Four of Cups and the Knight of Coins. Yeah. Four of Cups. Focus on what's real and not what's fake. And anything that's being said about you or any type of negative, jealous, vindictive behavior that's coming from another person who's upset that they don't get this opportunity isn't important. It's not real. So pay it dust, literally, okay? Because you're receiving a crown that is tailor-made to fit on your head, okay? What else for the collective? Yeah, marry me in reverse. Yeah, so either a contract is being revoked. Sweet release, still hooking up, mostly about sex, keep your heart safe, playing games. Yeah, so you're revoking a contract with someone who was never serious in the first place, who was playing games with you. You may be breaking off an engagement. You may be deciding not to work with someone. It just feels like someone wasn't taking something seriously. And therefore, they're not being presented with an opportunity, or they're not getting an opportunity. What else for the collective when it comes to these messages? Tangled. It's complicated, emotionally entwined, sort out your feelings. Yeah, you're entitled to your feelings, but you still have to get them under control. And focus on them enough to see the way out of a situation, or focus on them enough to know the solution, but don't let them like swallow you up to where you can't see clearly. Yeah, blame, harboring resentment, pointing fingers, who's wrong, doesn't matter. Yeah, so I feel like you could also be very empathic, especially if you're a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You could definitely be picking up on someone else's emotions. But remember, you have feelings too. So it's not just about the other person. It's also about mutually how a situation is affecting you, or mutually how something will play out for everyone involved. And that's the difference between, I feel like, you and someone else. Someone, whoever this is that feels entitled to this position, but actually isn't worthy of it, they're not going to make good decisions when they're in this position. They're not going to be ethical or morally sound when it comes to the different responsibilities that they're going to be faced with once they're in this position. They're going to play around and they're not going to take it seriously. So who's ever in charge is looking for someone who can take over, who is actually going to take a situation seriously and really put their heart and soul into it. They're looking for a person who's ethical. They're looking for a person who is honest and genuine, authentic. And that's what I feel like you are. There's somebody who's fake. Like something is fake, or someone is fake, or someone is faking it. 9 of Coins reversed, because they were not born and bred for this position. They were not prepared for this position. They were not raised up to be in this position. They don't even have the abilities that you have, or the gifts or skills that you've honed. Even if you weren't born with these gifts or born with these abilities, you take it seriously enough to where now you've enhanced your skills. Someone is not taking something seriously. They just want to blame and point the finger. And when they're put in a position of power, they're going to abuse it. And that's clearly what someone sees. And that's clearly why you're being given the position, because you never asked for it. You never fought for it. You never really wanted it. You're just doing something because that's what you technically were born to do. Yeah, breaking through illusions. Someone sees clearly who's real and who's fake, and you're real. Because I'm real. Yep, with her fake ass. That wasn't even her. That wasn't even her vocals. J-Lo wasn't even. Why does that song keep coming up? Because J-Lo used Ashanti's voice, and that was not her vocals, and she was faking it. And now everybody sees that she really can't sing like that. That was Ashanti's voice. Okay, innocent, not guilty as charged, tries to do the right thing. Hostility holds you hostage. Yeah. So don't get upset if you find out that someone is coming against you or saying negative things about you, or, if something was withheld from you for a while because people believed in a faker. It's all right. Whatever someone has accused you of, you're not guilty of those things, and you know that. And as long as you know that, that's the only thing that matters. Live authentically, and everybody else will see that you aren't the way that other people are trying to portray you, or you're not like the fakers. You're actually real. Because it may not be somebody directly defaming you. It may not be somebody directly harassing you with lies or spreading gossip and lies about you. It could just be that people, because you're in a certain position, or because you have a certain job, or because you do a certain thing, people may just think that you're the same as everyone else, but you're not. You're actually different. It's like everybody looks at certain professions in a certain way. Everybody looks at strippers and OnlyFans people and even tarot readers and, whoever. They look at those people in whatever profession you're in. People have preconceived notions, and they will look at people in a certain way just because they're doing a certain thing, and their own personal biases and beliefs will determine how they see you. The only way that you can disprove either what's being said about you specifically, or how people view the general collective of what you're involved in, is by you being your true and authentic self, and you showing the fact that you have those ethics and you live by them. So you may have been grouped together with a person, or grouped together with people, and folks were looking at you in a certain way, but you're not actually that way. And that's going to show through. Yeah, turbulence. And then getaway. Take a break to get clear. Time apart is needed. Long distance affairs. So you may have taken a break, or you may be taking a break, or creating distance between you and a group of people who are, bad. The company you keep. Who you associate with is who you are. So I feel like you're cutting off people who you've realized are causing some type of disarray, turbulence, disruption, chaos, either with you or with other people around them, and because you don't want to be associated with their reputation. And I feel like that's the best decision that you could make in this situation, honestly. Okay? Ooh, I didn't even get a deck for advice. What deck should we use for advice? Spirit. Let's use some angel answers, yeah. And I'm going to read the book for y'all so we can get a clear picture of what needs to be said and done. Let's see. What is the advice, Spirit, for the collective? Yeah, listen to your intuition. 2 cards about intuition. So your spirit team is definitely showing you through your water energy, through your emotions, through your feelings, what decisions that you should make moving forward. Choose a new direction. I feel like you're already doing that right now. Meditation brings answers. Yep. So you're feeling like you need to go in a different direction. You're feeling like you need to focus on something different, or that you need to do something differently, or you may even feel like something needs to be done differently. And you're going to be given the crown, the title, the seat, the position, the authority, the power to be able to create that change. You don't want to be associated with those same old people who are doing things in a way that you feel like is below board or unethical. And I feel like that's the best thing that you can do, because it's going to make you stand out from the crowd, and it's going to give you a position of authority. Now, the card listen to your intuition says your intuition is completely reliable and accurate at this time. Listen to your own inner guidance. Okay, so don't listen to other people. Make sure it's right with you. And you can't go wrong. You can be certain that the messages you're receiving from your angels are real and trustworthy, because I'm real. Have faith in your feelings about the circumstances you're experiencing. Your insights into other people and their true feelings and motives are perfectly accurate. So if you feel a certain way about somebody, or you think something is going on, basically Spirit is telling you you're right, okay? There's no need to question what you know is true, period. So I feel like that's what you guys need to know. I hope it helped y'all. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to catch the vibe, and continue to catch the vibe by putting some comments below. Let me know if the reading resonated, you guys. How did you feel about it? Whatever you feel comfortable sharing, please do so to help your fellow viewers. And if you want to share this with someone who you think may need to hear it, that would be extremely helpful, you guys. If you want to be entered into winning a free reading, click the link below. Donate to the GoFundMe. We're going to be doing the live raffle on Lionsgate 888. I will let you know. Be sure to have your post notifications on so you can make sure that you know where the live is going to take place. I have several channels, and I'm not sure which channel I'm going to do it on, but it's possibly going to be on the Pisces channel, because the raffle started with them, and they were contributing a majority of the, funds and assistance. So I will post a link to that live on the community tab. So pay attention to that tab, okay? And if you guys just want to book a reading, that information is below as well. So be sure to click the link. I can't wait to see you guys there. I hope this helped. I appreciate you for being here, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.